EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. Team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
Here we go. AC data. Number 53, Mike 53.
I'm coming.
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie six-rounder from Maryland. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ty Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back in these tracks. Let's go. Under 10.
Alert.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Quit talking about it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
180. Check, 43. Watch the run. Undercut. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
43 is the mark.
Hurry! Regular!
You can't block me.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Delta. Hey, alert.
43 is the mark.
I got you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Regular. I got you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He finds his target, Beckham. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's see what you got.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't going nowhere. Check. Run. Regular. Hey, Charlie. Hurry.
Mike 59. Hey, watch the screen.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return will stop right around the 25. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhymed with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Check 15.
On 3rd down, Drake. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's a gain of 23.
So many connections between the two quarterbacks in this game, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Both Heisman Trophy winners. Obviously, you've got the Oklahoma connection. Both #1 overall picks. And both also won a state title in high school in the state of Texas. And neither guy is a very tall quarterback. Baker Mayfield at 6'1", Kyler Murray just at 5'10". Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake. Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Murray, complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day.
Murray now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if some...
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Good. 180. Hurry, hurry.
Motion, motion, motion. March 43. March 43.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Third and short yardage. Mayfield forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Alert 33. Alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They run again with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Brown.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
No.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Murray throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long.
Switch. Showing it. Go. Mike 51. Ready, go.
Throwing on third and long. Murray, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Landry, 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alert! Hey, Foxtrot!
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2?
43's the mic. Hey, dude. Get that quarterback. Regular. Get that quarterback. Check. Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Mayfield finding Beckham. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Alert, 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 alert. My touch.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. And And that'll be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Check 25. Check 25. King. Hey, alert 33. I got you.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. That's it.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Good. 180.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Down to 1 knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched